Well, good morning. I had a special request to do a vlog about the pancakes. And so I went out to buy these three pancakes from these three companies: McDonald's, Tropical Hut, and Jollibee. Because they seem to be the most popular ones in the market right now. So it all started when someone saw my vlog about the Jollibee pancake a few days ago, which I bought through a drive-thru in Marikina as I was on my way home coming from the Pasig vlog. And I tried that because I saw another vlog which says that the Jollibee pancake is better than the McDonald's. So I guess the best way to do it is to give it a try. And also compare their prices and how they serve it, the boxes, presentation of course, texture of the hotcakes. See how it goes. By the way, as far as the price goes, I get a senior discount. So for McDonald's, these are all a la cartes, by the way, so I took them without coffee. And this is the McDonald's. A la carte, they only charge $35.70. There you go. And for Jollibee, a la carte, they charge $35.70, so about the same price. And of these three, this is the most expensive because they don't really do a la carte. So $50, $53.57 for Tropical Hut. Now, as far as service is concerned, now these were all takeout. McDonald's, everything was fast. The moment I ordered it, it was ready to be picked up, no problem. With Jollibee, which is always the case, there's always a waiting time, depending on the store perhaps, but this one I had to wait for 5 minutes. Of all the three, this was the longest, Tropical Hut. And I usually have my hotcakes with coffee. So I'm just going to make my own coffee, a 3-in-1. This is my favorite nowadays. And let you see it. Well, this is my coffee that I'm taking right now. Normally when I go out and have any of these three in a dine-in, I would normally have their brewed coffee. But since I'm having it at home, I'm just taking it with my favorite coffee right now, Kopiko, black 3-in-1. So for the McDonald's, they give you syrup and butter. Same thing goes with Jollibee, but they come in these containers. And with Tropical Hut, let's take out this tape. With Tropical Hut, since 1965, they put their syrup and butter inside the box together with a pancake. There you go. Pancake is just a combination of flour, water, eggs, and baking soda. Sometimes some milk. So that's how the Tropical Hut pancake looks like. this is how McDonald's pancake look like. So this is how the Jollibee pancake looks like. Well, of the three, you'd think that the Jollibee looks larger. So far, I was quite surprised that with McDonald's, they put the fork inside. What a surprise. I think that's a bit unhygienic, especially these days. And normally McDonald's napkins would normally have their brand, but this time I think they ran out of those. And they're usually generous with their napkins, but they only came out with 2 now. And Jollibee, which normally isn't generous with their napkins, is generous today. Amazing. Take a look at that. Tropical Hut is quite generous with their napkins too. As far as utensils are concerned, they look like they're made of wood from Tropical Hut. And from McDonald's and Jollibee, they're both plastic. McDonald's come with their brand on their utensils. With Jollibee, let's check it out. So with Jollibee, it's just a plain plastic spoon and fork. No signs. And so far, only McDonald's gave a knife. So far, only McDonald's has a description of their syrup and what it's made of. Whereas Jollibee and Tropical Hut just come in these containers. The syrup of Tropical Hut seems to be more watery compared to the Jollibee one. Okay, we're going to try each one with their own butter and own syrup. So this one is McDonald's, this one is Jollibee, and that's one Tropical Hut. Let's try McDonald's first. That's McDonald's syrup. Before we put the syrup on, let's put the butter. It's a bit liquefied by now, but should taste as good. And a little bit of their syrup. Okay. So this is McDonald's. With McDonald's, you could taste a little bit of that maple syrup. That's one thing I like about the McDonald's. It's good. Now for Jollibee. Jollibee. A little bit of the Jollibee butter. Of course, all of those things are proprietary. That means that they've tested it supposed to be the best for their pancake. So the syrup of Jollibee is a little bit more thick compared to McDonald's. And Jollibee is more moist, softer. McDonald's seems to be a little bit more chewy. This is softer and more moist. Not bad. If I were to, right now, I guess it depends on a mood of a person or how a person feels on that day. But if I were to choose today, I'd probably go for Jollibee. So this one is Tropical Hut. So Tropical Hut, their butter. And their syrup. So the color of their syrup, the Tropical Hut syrup is darker compared to Jollibee. It would be a toss up between Jollibee and Tropical Hut. Jollibee is more moist. Yeah. So of the three, the moistest one would be Jollibee, second moist, and McDonald's is dry, a bit spongy. So I guess depending on my mood right now, I'll give Jollibee first, Tropical Hut second, and McDonald's number 3. Give it one more try, McDonald's. Yeah. Let's give it a try without syrup. Tropical Hut without syrup. Jollibee without syrup. So without syrup, the sweetest would be Tropical Hut, Jollibee #2, and McDonald's will be just moderate. So if you're not into the sweet stuff, you just have to go with McDonald's. And probably McDonald's will go best with coffee. It's just having any of these three depends on your mood for the day. All of them are good, and it's really up to the person. It's a very personal choice, but for me right now, I'll give Jollibee #1, Tropical Hut #2, and McDonald's #3. Thanks for watching.